Shri Guru Charitra, Chapter 30 Vairagya Bodh. Preliminary. This chapter describes the story of a young woman Savitri and the death of a sick husband whom she brought all the way from her faraway home for Guru Nath's darshan with great hopes of his recovery. Siddhamuni continued the narrative to Namdharak, describing the glorious account of the Leelas of Guru Nath. Guru Nath's name and fame was increasing day by day, and it started spreading over the whole country. People from all regions, even from the farthest parts of India, started visiting Gangapur for Guru Nath's darshan and for seeking his blessings. Whoever came went back with their hearts filled with great satisfaction and a sense of fulfillment in life and with peace and joy. Everyone returned with a deep conviction that Guru Nath, though physically staying at Gangapur, is ever with them wherever they be living and is ever providing his protection. Without his call, none can ever think of going to Gangapur for his darshan, and without his will, none will be able to visit the place and have the audience with him. His love is like the love of 1,000 mothers. Whoever visits there will have all his aspirations fulfilled and his grievances redressed, although he might put these people to much test during the process. There lived in the town of Mahur a Brahmin who was quite well-to-do and rich. His name was Gopinath. His wife gave birth to many children, but none of them survived. They prayed fervently to Lord Dattatreya that they may have at least one son. In response to their faith and prayers, they had a son born again whom they named as Datta, after the name of Lord Dattatreya, with whose blessings he was born. The boy was very healthy and free from any ailment. The parents were very happy. When the boy was 5 years of age, his thread ceremony was performed. When he was 16 years of age, he was married to a girl whose name was Savitri and who was very beautiful. The young couple were leading a very happy life. After 4 years of happy married life, the young man unfortunately fell seriously ill. The parents consulted many Vaidyas and tried various treatments sparing a lot of expenses. But there was no improvement in his condition. In fact, it was deteriorating day by day. The young wife thought that if she could take her husband to Gangapur and pray to Shri Narsimha Saraswati, his life could be saved. She felt that was the only hope for her. She expressed the same to her parents-in-law. They did not want to stand in her way. They were very distressed and worried that the boy's condition was becoming more and more critical, all the medical treatment proving of no avail. They also felt that only divine grace, if at all anything, could save their son, and that they should let their daughter-in-law do whatever she felt was the best course. The young wife told her husband that she would like to take him on a pilgrimage to Gangapur for Shri Narsimha Saraswati's darshan, and that would certainly restore his health. The young man, with tears in his eyes, started saying how distressed he was, not for his illness, but considering that he had not been able to give her any happiness and had to see her toiling all the time looking after him and his needs. Savitri reassured her husband that she was very happy in doing service to him and was prepared to make any sacrifice so that he recovered soon from his ailment. She said that troubles do come in the life as per one's karma. No one can escape it altogether, but with divine grace, it should be possible to overcome it. She said she had all hopes that Shri Narsimha Saraswati would rid him of his illness by his grace and would shower his blessings on them. Comforting the parents-in-law, telling them not to worry at all, and assuring that she would certainly bring back her husband to them safe and fully restored in health soon, she set out on a pilgrimage to Gangapur along with her husband. The couple, after great difficulty, reached the outskirts of Gangapur, and although the wife was very exhausted, she was highly elated that they could reach the holy precincts. She left her husband in a place nearby, asking him to rest and saying that meanwhile she would go into the town first, find out the whereabouts of Guru Nath, and would come back to take him along with her for the darshan. She went into the town and was told that Shri Guru Nath had gone to the Sangam. She came back to the place where she left her husband for rest. Alas, the husband, because of the exhaustion of the journey, possibly accentuating his sickness, meanwhile collapsed and died. She was aghast and broke down completely with grief. Savitri was not able to withstand the situation. She started crying aloud. I have brought my husband away from his parents, telling them that with Shri Narsimha Saraswati's grace, I would bring him back to them, restored fully in health. What can I do now? What can I tell them? How can I ever face them? Everything for me is dark and dismal, and there is no way out for me except death along with my husband. She was furious at Gurunath and started shouting, You have belied all my hopes. All my faith in you has been misplaced. You have cheated me. Before I end my life, I will tell everybody and proclaim to all how you betrayed me and my hopes. I fancied that you were the Mangal Murti. Instead, you have proved to be the very opposite. You are heartless. After giving vent to her wrath against Gurunath, she fell on the body of her husband and burst into sobs again. Oh, my beloved, why have you left me? Didn't you know how much I loved you? You were dearest to me. How can I live a moment without you? Meanwhile, people nearby, seeing the sad event, gathered around her and were trying to console her. At this juncture, Sri Gurunath himself, in the guise of a tapasvi, with rudraksha malas around his neck and his whole body smeared with vibhuti, and holding a trishul in his hand, appeared there. He also started comforting and consoling her. He told her, Who can escape prarabdha karma? Death is inevitable for whoever is born. Some die early and some die later, but none can escape death. What a delusion is life! How deluding are all family relationships. Wife and husband, father and children. It is all Maya, a scene for a while. Two logs of wood floating separately in a stream come close to one another and float together for a while, and again drift apart and float again separately, each going its own way. There is no permanent relationship at all between any two persons. Each one has his or her own destiny to suffer, each according to his or her karma of his or her past lives. In life, the only certainty is death, and of what avail is bemoaning the inevitable and inescapable? We have to accept things as they come and reconcile ourselves to the inevitable. Yet, at the time, we should not forget the higher purpose of life and the ultimate goal, and should strive to attain it, irrespective of whatever calamities befall us in life. Gurunath's presence and especially his words soothed her heart a little. A sense of reconciliation to her fate and preparedness to face the event with courage came upon her. She prayed to Gurunath to tell her what she should do and explain about the Stri Dharma after one loses a husband. Thus ends the 30th chapter of Shri Guru Charitra, describing the Pretagna Shok. Glory to the all-merciful, the omnipresent and the ever-responsive Gurunath. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha.